E.T. is here, and he's brought with him Atari's second, lesser-known E.T. game, and that is E.T. Phone Home for the Atari 8-bit computers. Let's go ahead and take E.T. Phone Home, let's pop it in my 800XL, and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. E.T. Phone Home was published by Atari and according to Moby Games was released in the spring of 1983, meaning it came out about 6 months after the Atari 2600 version. The back of the box states the following: what if E.T. had hidden in your backyard? You remember that marvelous moment when the moon sailed high before the stars, the crickets sang softly in the fields, and Elliot held his breath. Something was waiting in the shed, and neither you nor he knew what would happen next, but somehow you both knew it would change your lives. Would you have been as brave as he was to face that moment and see what it would bring? If so, you would have entered into Elliot's magnificent adventure, and now with your Atari home computer and this game you can! You are Elliot, searching for the hidden pieces which will create E.T.'s phone and make him speak to you. It's not easy. The agents are on your trail and there's very little time before the extraterrestrial friend loses all of his energy. But if you save him, you'll see his spaceship take him away. Play it and discover the magic of E.T. E.T. Phone Home is a single-player game with 9 levels of difficulty. The game begins with E.T. showing you the pieces he needs to make his phone to phone home. At the higher levels of difficulty, you will need to collect more pieces, up to 10 in total. Some of the higher levels of difficulty will also require you not just to get the right type of pieces, but also to make sure that they're the right color. You start the game moving Elliot with the joystick, able to explore the area around his hometown, including the nearby forest. On top of the screen is 4 flower pots and a life bar that represents E.T.'s energy. This constantly drains as the game is played. When a bar runs out, one of the flowers will disappear, giving you another life bar. If E.T.'s energy fully depletes, your game is over. The pieces are hidden all around, but an annoying pitch will sound to let you know when you are near a piece. Once you are close enough to a piece, it will show up on the screen. To pick it up, you must stand over it and press the button. Once holding it, you will see Elliot carrying a small object. You can only carry one piece at a time. You could drop a piece you are carrying by pressing the button a second time. Once you have a piece, to bring it to E.T., you must stand on the square in front of your house and hold down the button. If it is a piece that E.T. needs, his heart will be red and that piece will disappear from the group of pieces you need. If it is not a piece you need, his heart will turn blue. During the game, if you forget what pieces you are looking for, you can hold down the button to telepathically link to E.T. to see what you still need. But this will drain E.T.'s energy at a higher rate until you break the link. Throughout the game, agents and scientists are moving about searching for E.T. Sometimes when they are near Elliot, they will stand still to watch your next move. When you pick up a piece, they will often chase you if they're close enough. If they catch you, they will take the piece and hide it again. To avoid this, you can either drop the piece and return to it later, try to lose them in the maze of your neighborhood, or hold down the button while using the joystick to run away. You move a lot faster when running, but this also drains E.T.'s life energy at a faster rate. Once you give all the necessary pieces to E.T., he will actually talk to you. At this point, you must control E.T. You can run like Elliot could, but again, this will drain your energy. Touching an agent or scientist will also drain your energy, but interestingly enough, they don't really give you much of a chase as E.T. Your goal is to reach a square in the clearing of the forest and press the button to call your ship and beat the game. And that's it. There's no second level, there's no new maps. Win or lose, when the game ends, you get a score based on the number of pieces you found and how much energy you had left. Graphically speaking, the game didn't wow me, and I wish some of the phone pieces were easier to recognize, but I liked how Elliot, the small houses, and even the cars looked. I will say I also found it humorous how the agents and scientists scurried around like ants and cockroaches. Sound and music-wise, the game has an okay rendition of the E.T. theme, and having E.T. talk was pretty cool for its time, but I found the noise that notifies you of nearby pieces to be rather annoying. Family-friendly wise, the game would most likely get an E for Everyone rating if released today. Currently at PriceCharting.com, the game has a value of $14 loose, $17 complete, and $29 new. So what did I think of E.T. Phone Home? First, allow me to get the bad out of the way. The noise that lets you know where pieces are is awful, and honestly I didn't find it that helpful. I had better luck finding pieces simply just by walking around. The hit detection is also not the greatest. There were times where I stood over a piece and pressed a button and nothing happened. Later I discovered you basically need to put your torso over the piece in order for it to register. Just having your feet touch it wasn't enough. Likewise, giving a piece to ET requires you to be perfectly on the square in front of your house. If you're a little bit off, you most likely will drop the piece, requiring you to pick it up again to try giving it to ET a second time. And there isn't too much to the game. After getting used to it, I was able to beat it on its hardest setting on my very first attempt. But with that being said, I actually enjoyed it. You have a nice large area to explore, and there's some challenge to avoiding the agents when you have your pieces, and strategically limiting your running and telepathic connections. I also like that the game actually has an ending of sorts. Don't get me wrong, it's not a must-play game, and I can only really recommend it to collectors, but this is a game I could play again in the future. So where am I going to rank ET Phone Home? Well, so far I've only reviewed one other Atari 8-bit game, Popeye, which is definitely a stronger title. So for my first Atari 8-bit game rankings, Popeye will be number 1, and ET Phone Home will be number 2. ET Phone Home has its flaws, but it can offer some enjoyment once you get used to it. But that's just my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me both on the Facebook and the Twitter. Click the bell so you don't miss any future videos, and sign up at patreon.com/NoSwearGamer, just like Mark S., Ellis Greger, Greg H., Joe T., and Rick R. did, who all nominated that I reviewed today's game. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care, and when looking for parts for ET's phone, make sure they're the right color.